We're going to read 2 stories today out of the Disney Countdown to Christmas book. It's a wonderful book full of so many wonderful stories. It was hard to pick the 2, but the first one we're going to read is Donald's Christmas Tree. It was the day before Christmas. Donald had baked cookies. He had wrapped gifts. Now all he needed was a Christmas tree. Donald put on his coat and cap and he grabbed his axe. "Come on, Pluto," he said. "We're going to find our tree." Pluto and Donald went deep into the woods. Donald looked left. He looked right. Then he saw it, the perfect tree. Donald picked up his axe and he went to work. "Timber!" Donald cried as the tree toppled over and landed in the snow. Inside the tree, 2 chipmunks named Chip and Dale held on for dear life. They lived in the tree that Donald had chosen. "Come on, Pluto," he called. "Let's take our tree home." Home through the woods went Donald Duck, dragging the tree behind him. At home, he set up the tree. He hung ornaments on the branches and strung tinsel all over the tree. "There," Donald said when the job was done. "Doesn't that look fine? Now I just need the gifts. You stay here, Pluto. I'll be right back." As soon as Donald was out of sight, Chip and Dale left their hiding place. They danced on the branches until the needles quivered. They made faces at themselves and the shiny colored balls and tugged on the tinsel and twisted the lights and laughed until their little sides shook. "Grrr," growled Pluto disapprovingly. But Chip and Dale, they didn't care. Chip just picked off a shiny ball and he threw it at Pluto. At that moment, Donald came back into the room. "Pluto," he cried, "bad dog." He thought Pluto had been snatching the balls from the tree. "Now be good," said Donald, "while I bring in the rest of the presents." No sooner was Donald out of sight than Chip and Dale appeared again. Plunk! Chip's head went through a colored ball. Dale laughed and laughed at the funny sight, but Pluto did not think it was funny at all. They were going to spoil Donald's tree. Pluto growled, "Rrrr." But the naughty chipmunks did not stop. Pluto knew he had to do something, so he got set to jump. "Pluto!" cried Donald from the doorway. "What is the matter with you? If you can't behave, you'll have to go out to your doghouse for the rest of Christmas Eve." Just then, up in the tree, Chip grew tired of wearing his round golden mask, and he pulled off the ball and he let it drop. Crash! "What was that?" cried Donald, looking at the tree. Dale began to play with the colored lights, twisting them so they turned off and on. Donald peered among the branches until he spied Chip and Dale. "Well, well," he chuckled, lifting them down. "So you're the mischief makers. And to think I blame poor Pluto. Oh, I'm so sorry, Pluto." Pluto marched to the front door and held it open. He felt Chip and Dale should go out in the snow. "Oh, Pluto," cried Donald. "It is Christmas Eve. We must be kind to everyone. The spirit of Christmas is love, you know." So Pluto made friends with Chip and Dale, and when Mickey and Minnie came to the house for caroling, they all agreed that this was by far the happiest Christmas Eve they had ever had. Now we're going to pop over to one other story in the book called Santa's Little Helper. Or actually Santa's Little Helper. It was Christmas Eve and all was quiet. Mickey was almost asleep when he heard a sound in the yard. Mickey ran to the window. Santa Claus was outside, and he was achoo, achoo, ho, ho, achoo, sneezing. "Santa, what's wrong?" Mickey asked. "It's this cold. I need to get home to bed, but we still have 4 houses to visit," Santa said. "Gee," Mickey said, "maybe Pluto and I can help. We'd be happy to deliver the presents for you." "Oh, thank you, Mickey. The magic from my bag will help you," Santa said. Then, setting down his bag, Santa climbed back into his sleigh and went home. Mickey pulled his sled from the garage and hauled it over to the giant bag of gifts. The sled rose into the air. In no time, it landed on Daisy's roof. Holding the Christmas bag over his shoulder, Mickey walked to the chimney. Santa goes down the chimney. "Should I try?" he asked. Before Pluto could answer, Mickey was sliding down the chimney into Daisy's living room. Mickey quickly arranged the gifts under the tree. He was just leaving when he saw the treats Daisy had left for Santa. I'm sure she wouldn't mind if I ate just one. And he realized when he got back to the roof that he had forgotten to get a cookie for Pluto. I'm sorry, Pluto. I'll get you a treat at the next house, okay? Next, Mickey went to Goofy's house. As Mickey leaned into Goofy's chimney, Pluto grabbed the back of the bag in his teeth and he went down the chimney too. He didn't want to miss getting a treat this time. Pluto, Mickey said, I promised that I'd bring you a... Oh no, look out! As Pluto ran toward the cookies, he accidentally knocked down Goofy's tree. Mickey fixed it the best that he could, but the tree was still crooked. Maybe he won't notice, Mickey said. Mickey very carefully filled Goofy's stocking and placed his presents under the tree. Then he and Pluto went back up the chimney. At Minnie's house, Mickey quickly pulled her gifts from Santa's bag and placed them under her tree. Fixing Goofy's tree had taken a while, and he was running out of time. Mickey's last stop was Donald's house. Uh-oh, he said as he reached into Santa's bag. There were supposed to be 4 gifts, but there were only 3 left in the bag. Did I drop one somewhere? As he was looking around, Mickey heard Donald's footsteps upstairs. Mickey grabbed Santa's bag and raced up the chimney. Donald would just have to live without the last gift. The next morning, Mickey's friends gathered at his house. It seemed like everyone had a unique story to say about Santa's visit. Santa wasn't quite himself last night, Daisy said. He left soot all over my floor. I think Santa bumped into my tree. It looked a little lopsided this morning, Goofy told Minnie. He left one of Donald's presents at my house, Minnie said. And he woke me up with all the noise he was making downstairs, Donald exclaimed. Suddenly, Mickey realized he had left Santa's bag by his Christmas tree, but when he went to hide it, all he found was a box with a tag that said, Love Santa. Inside was a snow globe of Pluto and Mickey riding with Santa in his sleigh. Mickey winked at Pluto. No, Santa Claus definitely wasn't himself last night, he said. Merry Christmas, everyone.